good morning, my imperfectionist family. Good morning. How are you beautiful people this morning? This your girl Tammy, aka That's a Woman, coming at you to just lighten your day with some love, some positivity, and also to start by letting you know, in case I hadn't done this, when I say good morning to you, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So when I say good morning to you, I am speaking into your life. I am speaking goodness into your life. I'm letting you know the cares and the weeping of yesterday, don't focus on them today. Today is another beautiful day, a day that's full of love, a day that's full of joy. And you have so many blessings that you have to be thankful and grateful for. Why? Because you're here. You're here on this beautiful earth. You're here to hear what I am saying to you. And so therefore, I just want to say again, good morning. Now, also, let me say this. For those who have questioned, is she talking to men or is she talking to women? Or is she talking to both? So here's the thing. I'm talking to you. Okay? So whatever your gender is, I'm talking to you. Why? Because we all need encouragement. We're all on a journey of life and we need support. So I'm here to be your support system. So I am not concerned with gender. And even though eventually That's the Woman is going to come forth in t-shirts, clothing line, all that good stuff, I'm believing it, putting it into the atmosphere. However, this right here, this moment in time that I'm spending with you is for you. And so I want to start today with, how are you? How's your well-being? How is your mental state? Because I know so many people right now are struggling with so many different things on a post-COVID pandemic. And so therefore, people are not all together. How about that? You have companies calling people back to the offices, disrupting lives a little bit. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what disruption that takes place in your life. I want you to always know that no matter what happens, you being the powerful individual that you are, you're always safe. You're safe because you're protected by angels and guides, and you're protected by spirits in the heavenly realms on this journey of life. You're always in control because you have their help to help guide you on this. And that's what they're doing. They're guiding you on this journey of life. So as you're going through this journey, and it is filled with ups and downs, peaks and valleys, highs and lows, there are so many things that we as people face. But the main thing I want to know is, how are you in the midst of it? Are you taking care of you? Because here's the thing, your well-being is very important to me. Are you taking time to just sit with yourself, connect with your inner spirit, to connect, to say, hey, what do I need to do in this situation? How do I adjust? Because life is full of uncertainties. And if we don't take the proper time that we need to adjust, it will run havoc in our life. And that's what I don't want. I want your well-being. I want you to be the whole confident individual that you are. Even though life is not full of perfection, and remember, you're imperfectionist, so it don't matter. You are still perfect as you are. So as you're going through life, as you're dealing with these uncertainty, how do you deal with them? Do you send up prayers? Do you pray? Because let me tell you something. I'm a prayer. I am a praying woman. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in speaking, calling those things that be not as though they were. I believe in knowing that everything is going to work out for me. And so let me share with you right there. That's a great time for me to introduce it. There's a mantra I quote over my life every day. And it piggybacks off of Romans 8:28, which you'll hear me talk about that all the time, because everything that you go through in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, it all works for good. There's a purpose in everything. So I love to quote Romans 8:28 that says, all things work together for the good. So therefore, my mantra, and I'm sharing this with you, and I want you to use this as your empowerment statement every day, multiple times a day, even when it seems like things are out of control, you're out of control, whatever it is, always quote, things are working out for me. Things are working out for me. All things are working out for me. Everything works out for me. Quote that. And you'll find such a peace in that statement that contributes to your well-being. Because here's the thing. One of the things that affect our well-being is peace. This world can rob you of that if you allow it. If you do not set your minds and your intentions in the right place. So therefore, I want you to always know this. It doesn't matter what happened. It serves a purpose. It helps you to know what you do want and what you don't want. So even everything that you have been through that may have been bad, that have brought you to your point of literally wanting to throw in the towel and say, that's it, I give up, I'm done, I want to go home to glory. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to. You don't have to give up. You have to remind yourself, even as I think on the Apostle Paul in the Bible. And yes, I do go to the Bible because remember, above inspiring you as a motivational person, I do know scripture. And one thing I learned in life, the scriptures are there to help us. And Paul said, I set aside those things that so easily beset me, and I run the race that's set before me. So guess what? We're all on a race, a journey, the journey of life. And the question is, how are you going to live it? Are you going to live it defeated? Are you going to live it as a victim? Or are you going to walk in your God-given authority that lets you know you're more than a conqueror? You don't have to give into defeat. You can lay aside things that are holding you back, things that do not serve your greater good. And that's another mantra I have. When I just really feel things are just so far, it's negativity all around me, I steal some time with myself and my higher power, and I release. I release energies that do not positively serve me. And I thank God all the time for that ability to do so. And here's the thing. You sit back and you look, why did this happen? What is this trying to tell me? Because see, things that happen in life, because life is going to happen. Don't let anybody tell you different. If anybody tell you life is going to be a bunch of bed and roses, they're speaking untruths. Okay? So just know this. And I know you know this by now. I know you know this. But the thing is, when it happens, it's trying to see what kind of a response you're going to give to it. Are you going to crawl up like a turtle in a shell and cower down? Or are you going to stand up like the warrior that you are? You are warriors. I told you before, and I'm going to continue to tell you this until you get it. You are powerful. You are powerful beyond measures, and don't let anyone tell you differently. I say it in love, beloved. Because guess what? There were times in life when I knew I was powerful. And I think I told you guys my story. But didn't always feel it. So I had to really learn who I was. So as I learned, okay, you know what? I got help to get through this life. And as I go through it, I am the creator of my reality. I can just lean and trust God and all the forces that are in this earth to help us. Speaking of the forces that are in this earth, let me tell you, I know this is you're going to be like, Tammy has lost her mind, but once I just said that, it made me think of something. I'm going to give you a quick testimony to just let you know how powerful and how connected to the earth we are. So I learned, and I don't have time to tell the story, but I was suffering with hypertension. In my hypertension, like they wanted to put me on medication, and I was like, I don't want to get on this medication because I know that becomes a lifelong journey. And remember, our life is our story, Okay, so my story is about healthy well-being. And so therefore, and listen, I'm not telling anybody to just stop their medication. But what I want to share with you is my testimony. So I learned how we, as the beautiful people that we are, have a connection to the source of the earth. And I was guided spiritually. Again, don't have time to tell the story, but if I tell you, your hearts will be like, wow. But I learned there is power in standing barefoot on the earth. There is power in holding on to a tree branch. Now, I know telling you guys this early on in this podcast, you're going to be like, wait a minute, this lady is crazy. I promise you I'm not. When I tell you that little act of connecting to the nature and the beauty of this planet, and also after I connect with all my higher power that's inside of me, because we all have the power in us. And after doing that, I learned we remove negative energy from our bodies. The toxins and things in this environment that are causing our bodies harm and raising our blood pressure. Those are things that are keeping us from experiencing some of the well-being effects that we have. So I suggest just look it up. And the reason I'm able to tell this story because I just had someone reach out to me the other day like, oh my God, I tried it. It works. Thank you. And as we go through this journey, well-being is a must. What natural ways can we contribute to our well-being? And which is why I say, are you taking the time you need in silence? The time to unplug away from others, to spend time to really, really get through it. Because you know what? Life is so full of distractions. You're going to be distracted on every end. I promise you, there's no end to the distractions. Even there's no end to the fact that they're taking the ability to think from us if we don't pay attention. Like AI has kicked in. There are so many things, and I'm not going to be that person to dig into those things. I am just sharing my observation. So my suggestion, go ahead and pick up the phone, use your brain, talk to people. You know there's energy that transfers when we have conversations with one another. We get so caught up in texting, and I know there's times you can't always pick up the phone, and I'm not talking about those times. I am talking about connection. We are all one. There is a law in the universe of oneness. Look it up. Well-being abounds there. We are all connected. And so all this hate, because I can't say, I say love in a positive way, but as much as there's love, there's hate. And beloved, I want us all to love each other. I want us to love ourselves. Look in the mirror. Hey, beautiful person. Hey, you imperfectly person that you are perfect. Regardless of what. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. I can't stress that enough, and I have to go back to that. And I don't mean to keep adding that, but I just continuously feel that after interacting with people and seeing people, the brokenness of this world is called, and the brokenness that we've experienced in life causes that. So I know I've taken up more than your time, too much of your, I don't want to take up too much more than your time. And I also tell you guys in advance, take all my mistakes for love, because I may stutter, I may shift, but it's something that hits my heart that I want to share. So I'm going to close this with well-being. I want you to do something nice for yourself. Go walk in nature, take a ride. If you can, get to a beach. If you can't get to a beach, get to a body of water and look over it. Again, touch nature, touch a tree. They're connected to the earth to help us. I know, and I'm not saying be a tree hugger, because I know somebody gonna be like, oh, this girl telling us to be. No, she is not. Okay? Know that. She's not telling you that. She's telling you things that help with your well-being. And here's the thing. Everything don't work for everybody, because here's the thing. If you don't believe it, it won't happen. So I want you to believe I want you to go knowing, just as I'm getting ready to release you into this day, I want to release you into well-being, into knowing that, hey, I'm powerful, I'm blessed, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm victorious, whatever it is. Speak it over your life. Affirm it, because again, greater is in you than he or anybody else that's in the world. Have an amazingly blessed day. I think today is Tuesday, so we'll call this have a terrific, tantalizing Tuesday, and I will see you next time. Peace and blessings.